which makes it now 4 enemies at like 120 or something, I think it said. Which in the Big Bang patch it also made the maximum thing really low, so another bad thing about it. I think that's enough of the Carnival Party Quest for a while, so what I am going to do though is check out the Maple Coin trading. Except I clicked on the, well, I pressed enter on the wrong one, so I have to exit and come back. This time I'll make sure that I do the right one. Go for the thieves, and we have to check out the level 50 stuff. Checking to see if there's a 45 or just go straight to 50, which does. And we bought that, so then we have level 50 Katara, but we only have 13 coins left. So we can't buy the level 50 dagger because that's 20. But it does look like a really cool weapon. So can't wait to get that one, but it's gonna be a while. Checking out all this stuff and trying to decide what to do next, but I found out that I had been forgetting about this new jump quest, which is gonna be a buttload of fun. And I'm looking right now, and it took me, recording time anyways, about 50 minutes, no joke. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of the failures and just show you what happened when I did fail. That's going to be a lot of editing, so fun job for me right now. But we have to buy the ticket, go to the place, just like all the other times, and apparently it's very rare. But now that we got here, here's the one for this, and of course we get these lag spikes during it, which will be really helpful for our jump quest, because you know lag and jumping goes great together. But we'll be seeing those go great together a lot. And it's so useful whenever it lag spikes, whenever it goes, so then whenever it's done going, when it comes back from lagging, they have to go again. And something the map designer did, which is totally messed up, is they put those floating bats in here. And they randomly go to someplace and just stay there for about 5 minutes, and then they leave. But I actually got pretty high on my first try. Surprising, because it takes me a while to get back up to this high for a while. But thankfully, lag will make me fall. Might not be this time, but it will be the next. Now, sometimes that I fall, it is my fault because I didn't jump at the right time, but right then it was because of the bats and the bats again. But that was from the electricity, even though it was also from me not jumping at the right time. But it's actually not that bad of a fall compared to other times. But as you can tell, this lagging is putting a really damper on my jump quest, because you have to wait for it to be done every time. Guess what's about to happen? If you guessed lag, you're correct. If you didn't, you should have guessed that, because it's pretty obvious it's gonna happen. And these bats are the most annoying things in the world. But I just cut back to when I got back up here again, because I actually fell then. That, or it disconnected me because of that lag spike. And we have to wait 10 minutes for this bat to leave, which is very necessary for the map designers to put in. But if they didn't have that, this place wouldn't be that hard. And it's also a good thing to note that you can stand on the platforms that are right on top of the electricity wire. And you can duck under the pole that receives the electricity, but you can't duck under the pole that gives it out. Knowing that stuff is essential for this jump quest, because they make you do that a lot. And of course I couldn't move, so the bat had to hit me all the way down there just to get over to this place, which he'll be camping at for another 4 minutes. So after a while, when I do a giant fall, I'll start to do the cutting and stuff. But for right now, just get you into the feel of the annoyingness of this quest, which is actually the well, not the very first, but the beginning of the most annoying jump quest line. Because up to this point, it wasn't too hard. There's just some times where if you messed up, it was bad. And so now we have this annoying part, which I hate them doing, is just spamming platforms that are one thing, and then just putting a lot of those electric things. I actually got all the way up to the beams, and since there's no mini-map, but the teleporter to the next map is actually like 2 screens above us. But the most annoying thing ever happens, and it makes us stay in this room for about 20 minutes longer. So if we just climb up that ladder, we get to the next place. But of course that won't happen, and you'll never guess why it does. Not because of lag this time, but because of this dang bat, which hits us there, and we constantly fall through all those, and then we bounce off of that. But we at least get a land on this. And a lot of the times, I'll be hitting the keyboard and pressing random buttons. But now I'll start the failing montage. So here's one where I have to wait for this bat, and waiting for this bat. And then you know what he does? After all that waiting, he just comes down and hits me. That was the only really interesting one, and because I was thinking of another one where it actually took me ages to get through. But that one didn't take so long. So we made it to the top, doing this little victory dance. And here's the next one, which the theme of this one is that electricity gets shot down, and the bolt that gets shot down hurts you, and the bolt makes little these little waves of electricity that can hurt you also, which they go roughly around 1 square over on each side. And you also have to duck instances like that, or else you'll get hit like that, which is just fun whenever you forget about that, because then you have to walk all the way over here. And thankfully, the feather nor the haste will help us in this, because they don't actually give us any speed bonus, because the thing in this thing that buffers all of speed bonuses. But at the end, I'll be able to breeze through this beginning part. But right now, I'm going to have to take it slow to remember the pattern. So we have to wait for that, and then usually just running and keep on jumping kind of works to get across, but probably shouldn't rely on that the whole time. And now you have to get them in the right timing. So it goes once on both sides, and then they both go once, and I kind of misjumped, because you're supposed to try and jump when the waves come down, so they jump over the wave and you get onto the platform. But I've actually gotten pretty far with that keep on jumping tactic. But here is when it kind of stops, because you have to try and learn when to go and when to just stay. Because right here you have to keep on jumping and also get hit like that. But we have to time this right so that if we jump over, we can make it across. So it'll take me a few minutes to think of it, but I finally get it, and now we get to the next section. So here's this. We have to get to that little tipping platform in the middle there, and then we'll be able to be safe, and we made it. And like I said before, we actually got pretty far in this, but who knows how far we'll be able to get. I wish we could get all the way there in our first try, but of course not. And I really studied this and tried to figure out when the best time would be, because I really didn't want to fall, and that timing works pretty well. And so right here is actually one of the easiest parts, but of course I messed it up, and it's the last part, which makes it even better. And you have to time both the electric shooting down thing and the electric wire thing. It's not too hard. You're supposed to jump after that electric bolt, and then you duck down, and then you make it pass over you, and then you just go on your way. But I mess up, and then I get screwed. Then I forget to jump over there and duck, and so then I fall all the way down there, and then I get really pissed off, and yeah. So now we have to walk all the way back and do this whole thing over again. All because I messed up on that one thing. So this is one of those things that will have a lot of death, which is a lot of falling, because I remember this one a lot better than the last one. So I'll just wait to show off one because it won't take too long, I'm pretty sure. And like that. So I'll just keep on showing a lot of them in a row. So we're about to level up, and I also had the music off again because I was listening to something else. But like before, I was fighting the ROM bots, so I was getting a lot more experience. I think it's about 380 experience per kill, but there we go, we leveled up, and so now just have to go up here and do some more skills. If we can get on the ladder, that is. I have to say thanks for them congratulating me and stuff. But now, put R2 into there, and the rest into here, like always. And then Slash Storm will be getting up to level 10 now. Halfway there already. 4 enemies at 135. And so, just gonna do a little bit of showing it off here. Not best on the ROM bots because they're so high leveled, but as you see, it's not too useful right now, especially when I just do it against one person. But it does very low attack, so it's not too useful right now, but when it gets all the way leveled up and then there's giant mobs of people, it'll be useful. Especially for this one party quest later, but we'll get to that in a long time, so just cut back and leaving the party because I leveled up and so I didn't really care about them anymore. Not to be rude or anything. And I leveled up again, so 2 level ups in the same like 3 minutes, but this person asked me if I leveled up from that experience from the winning. It's now 5 enemies at 142. It's getting really good now. But